I, I, I honestly don't know what to say right now and how to begin this video because I'm feeling things that I haven't felt in a really long time. One of them being genuine, overwhelming, out of this body, extreme excitement, because inside this box, I know, is the latest pedal from Meris. The other thing I'm feeling is dread and extreme anxiety because I'm receiving this pedal like only a week before launch or something like that, like very short time. And I usually spend at least a week getting to know a Meris product before I dare commit anything to video. So what we're gonna do here is also gonna be different from what you normally see on the channel due to the short time period I have to make some sort of video about this pedal, because I really want to capture some sound from this thing. What we're gonna do is try to do a more process-oriented video showing my first reactions to this and go through some sounds and learn the device down the road together. And if a more in-depth video is needed on it later, we'll make it. But maybe this will turn out good. Who knows? All I know is I'm excited. I can feel it in my gut, and I can't wait anymore. We should just open this box, right? Knife at the ready. There we go. Come on, incredibly well-taped FedEx package. We got a manual. Oh my God. The box, it's the same size as the other ones, the box. So let's, whoa! No. No freaking way. No. This is not happening. This is not happening. It has a freaking screen. LVX. The Meris LVX has a freaking screen and it's in a new freaking format. Okay, if I was shaking before, I'm definitely shaking now. Holy. Time, feedback, mod, mix, play, stop, record, overdub, loop effects. It's a delay and looper, people. Oh, this is gonna be exciting. Yes! Let's hook it up and hear some sounds. Boom! Okay, are you ready? It's time to power on the Meris LVX for the very first time. I am incredibly excited. I'm using my my modded Squier Jazzmaster into J Mascis Jazzmaster, just to be precise, into a Hamstead Artist 20 and into a Rev D20. So we're hearing it all in glorious stereo. Let's power it on. Oh, look! The tiny little Meris M is lighting up. I'm a sucker for cute details like that. That's awesome. All right. Well, this is my clean tone. Do we just press 1? That's the stuff. Okay, so we have our controls, time, feedback, mod, and mix, and then these two controls that seem to be tied to what's on the screen. Let's just try and turn something. Oh, I love that mixer overview. That is too cool. So how about if we max out the feedback? I just love the way the time knob reacts on Meris delays. It's just so instant and so smooth. Yeah, and I guess you can tap in the delay as well. That just sounds too good. That is a glorious tape delay. It's kind of crazy to hear Meris move into the more normal delays, but it sounds really, really good. Let's move on to something else. What happens if we press 2? Okay, it changes patches. What? It's a pitch shifted reverse delay, but it sounds like the pitch shifter is affecting the dry signal as well. What happens if I turn down the mix? You can use it as a pitch shifter. And we have the pitch intervals here in the center. Okay, so we can change them. Let's just try and move this one up like a full octave. Awesome. So we're going to add some delay to that. That sounds awesome. The pitch shifter tracks really well. Let's try and hit 3. What does this do? That changes presets as well. All right. Echo cassette. That's my kind of lo-fi tones. glitch grain. That sounds interesting. That glitches things good. That's great. Sub-octave swell. That sounds like it's gonna be my thing. Yep. So it seems like we can change the pitch on this as well. Let's just give that the octave treatment. That sounds absolutely incredible. Wow. Oh, I know this sound. We're in Polymoon country now. Whoa, 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 whoa. That sounds incredible. I could zone out in that sound forever. Wow. Env pitch. I'm guessing env is envelope. There we go. So it's just affecting the dry right now. What if we... Oh! There we go. How about some modulation? That is sweet. That's for your aquatic themes. That sounded really cool, like a dynamic flanger underwater. All right, so I've had LVX for a full day now, spent my time getting to know it, and I gotta say, this is way more than a delay looper. This is more like a a modular ambient system or a modular sound design tool. This thing is so deep and capable of so many sounds that I never thought possible. It's incredible, but at the same time, it's easily the most intuitive and straightforward Meris product I've ever tried. Like, I haven't looked at the manual once during all of this, except for when I unboxed the product. Even though LVX is based around a screen and a menu system, it never feels like menu diving, you know. The menu feels more like an organic part of the tonal discovery, of the tone tweaking journey, and yeah, that is probably the highest praise I can give any company, that they've actually made a menu that is fun and inspiring to use, and that's what's at the heart of LVX. Just a really immensely inspiring journey. So I think what we're gonna do now is I'll show you how to set up a preset from scratch, and then I'll show you some of the presets that I've made so far, because I've already made a ton and I am super stoked about the sounds. Yeah, this is a dreamscape machine. Come on, let's go. All right, so at the heart of the LVX, we have a delay line, of course, and there's 5 different delay modes or structures, as Meris likes to call it. And those 5 structures can all be voiced in 3 different ways, which is digital, analog, or tape delay. So you can technically have a reverse tape delay if you want, but let's start out with the standard delay structure and just hear the 3 different delay types. So as you can hear, all of the voices have radically different tonal characteristics and modulation. And now if we're to go through the delay structures, we just heard the standard delay line, which is a single delay line. Then we can change that to multi-tap, which introduces several taps across the stereo field. Then there's poly, which is basically their polymoon delay structure. So you can fully turn this into a polymoon if you want to. So here's a polymoon as a tape delay. That's pretty cool. You can do that. And then we have reverse. So we can do like a reverse tape delay. So that's LVX at its most basic. But if we start to dive into the menu, that's where the real fun begins. Because you have several different modules in there, modulation, dynamics, pitch shifting and stuff, that you can just stack on top of the delays, and you can completely customize where in the chain you want the different modules to be. And that's what makes LVX really exciting as a sound design tool. So let's check that out. All right, so let's have a quick look at the menu system so we can learn how to set up a preset, because I'm thinking we should turn this fairly simple multi-tap delay into more of like a broken lo-fi ambient pad, you know, an auto-swelling lo-fi sound. But to dive into the menu, you simply press this button right here, boom. And the first thing that appears is the delay structure. You can see the different parameters in the delay structure you've chosen, and you can manipulate them how you want. If we move on from here, you get to the dynamics blocks, which is limiters, compressors, auto swell, volume pedal, all that jazz. Then we have a preamp section, which is tube saturation, bit crushing, distortion, and more. Then we have filter, you know, which is low-pass filters, high-pass filters, band-pass filters, and more. Then we have pitch shifting, polyphonic, monophonic, lo-fi pitch shifting, like early pitch shifters, you know, early Boss pedals and Digitech pedals. Modulation, this is where you find your chorus, your flanger, your phasers, your ring mod, your granular stuff, and your broken lo-fi cassette modulation, which we'll need. Then you have your overall mixer, the looper, how that functions and operates and where in the chain it's placed. Then you have modifiers, which is like LFOs, step sequencers, sample and hold, random sample and hold that you can use to manipulate any parameter you want. You can add some really exciting movement to your sounds with this. And then we have expression pedal assignment. All right, so let's set up our sound, our broken swelling lo-fi pad. So what we're going to need is the modulation block. And now we're here, so we just turn it on. We have chorus, ring mod, cassette, and then we can just tweak it. It sounds a tad too broken for me, believe it or not, so let's dial back that crinkle a tad, like that, and the slip, dial that back. That's more my style. Now the cool thing is that you can change the location of all of the modules in relation to the delay line, like where it's placed. And right now the broken cassette modulation is actually placed post, which means after the delay line, which is where I want it. But let's just quickly hear it pre and dry, because here it's placed before the delay line and it's affecting our dry signal as well. So that sounds stupid cool, but and you can also place it like, you can place it only pre, you can place it in the feedback loop if you want to. But let's place it post, so it's only affecting the delay trail. And then let's add in our auto swell, which is under dynamics. Here it is, and we can check the location. It's currently pre. So you're hearing because it's just pre, you're hearing the delay fade in, but we want it to affect our dry sound as well. So like this. Man, that's good. And then just to make it a tad more unique, we'll add some pitch shifting. Doot. Now we've chosen the polyphonic pitch shifter, and it's currently set to an octave down. But I want more of like a typical shimmer sound. So here's an octave up and in the feedback loop. That is just stupid cool. And it's so easy to set up. It seriously only took me like 30 minutes or 45 minutes to learn this menu system, and that was mainly like just diving into what the different modules were capable of, you know, because just flicking through them, activating stuff, putting stuff together, it's just so easy and so fun. So I think we should dive into some of the presets that I've made now. Okay, so it's officially day 3 of Meris LVX exploration, and I've started diving into the looper part of LVX, and as with anything else in this pedal, it's just ridiculously easy to use, especially if you use something like the Line 6 DL4 as a looper, because the looper part is very reminiscent of that. And as with anything else in this pedal, all of the other modules and blocks, you can place the looper wherever you want in relations to the delay line. You know, you can place it before, after, in the effects loop, which just opens up a ton of cool sound design possibilities. So let's dive into it. To activate the looper, you simply just press and hold Loop Effects 2, like this. Boom. And you see the little loop symbol appear on the screen, and that means you're in looper mode. And then it's just button 1 is record overdub, button 2 is play stop, and then you have 2 assignable loop effects. If we dive into the menu, you can see here Loop Effects 2 is set to reverse, Loop Effects 1 is set to re-trigger, and then you have stuff like feedback, which means like, do you want the loop to be an infinite repeating loop, or do you want it to decay over time for Fribrotronic stuff? Then there's the overall level of the looper, and then the location in relations to the delay line. And here we have it pre and dry for, you know, standard looping. So let's just try and create a loop. So it's that easy. If you've used a looper before, then you know how this works, and if you've never used a looper before, you'll quickly get the hang of it, that's for sure. And another really cool thing is that you can take whatever loop you made on whatever patch and send it through another preset that you've made, which lets you completely transform the loop you just made. So let's just hear the one we just made here. That is just mental. I love this machine. Wow. Well, that concludes my first couple of days together with the Meris LVX, and what an inspiring ride it's been. I honestly don't think I've ever made a video this fast in the entire history of the channel. But that's just a testimony to how easy and fun this pedal is to use. And I know this video must come off as a weird, flowing stream of consciousness, since the time for getting something recorded was so short. But I actually think it nicely captures what it's like to use this pedal, because it is just a constantly flowing and naturally evolving process that's an absolute joy to be in the middle of. And that's all down to the menu system. And I usually hate pedals with menus with my entire being, but this one is just, it's a breeze to use and navigate. And as I said earlier, it really feels like an organic part of the tonal journey, and it really encourages you to explore. In regards to sound and build quality, it's just all top tier, man. But that's to be expected from Meris. But what gets me really excited is that the LVX is firmware updatable via USB. So I can only imagine that Meris has some cool updates in store for us down the line. Maybe with some new sounds, some new features, who knows. But what gets me even more pumped is that this is the future of Meris, and I can't wait to see what else they release in this absolutely inspiring format down the line. It's gonna be amazing, that's for sure. In conclusion, my expectations were sky high. I was expecting a sonic masterpiece, and I got a sonic masterpiece. But what I didn't expect was a user interface masterpiece. But this thing is just brilliant from beginning to end. Like, it might look intimidating, but it's not. It's so easy to use. And if you've ever been scared of jumping into the world of Meris, then this is actually a good place to start. The LVX is going straight on my board, there's no doubt about that, and I can't wait to explore this thing even further. And I'll make sure to share my discoveries with you as they happen. Thank you for staying with me till the end. You guys rule big time. Stefan, signing out.